What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be showing you some floor mats for the 24 Tacoma, and there's going to be two of them. One is factory and one is from Lasfit, and you guys are going to see the huge difference between the two. So let's get started. So these are the factory Toyota floor mats for the 24 Tacoma. So the driver one is actually pretty decent. The passenger one is okay, but these right here, this is the Lasfit. As you could tell there is a big side difference, especially on the sides of it, where you could potentially spill something into the crack and get it on the carpet, which is something we don't want. And it even extends to this back section here, kind of under the seat. So if you do drop or spill something down between your legs while driving or whatever, that's going to protect that. And then look at the difference between the passenger from the Lasfit and the factory one. It's a huge difference here. So we got the side wings there, the back section towards the seat, and then the outer section over there as well. Now, the back passenger is going to be the biggest difference. So these are the factory Toyota ones here, and it's starting to rain, so hopefully we don't get rained out here. But look at that big difference. So the biggest thing is we're going to get coverage in the center section, where if you guys have passengers that go in and out, or somebody in the middle seat, that's going to protect the middle seat. And then these have the wings as well as that upper section where it will go underneath the seat a little bit, providing more coverage there. So I'm going to show you guys what my back seat looks like right now. So in here I have two car seats, so I have two kids back here, so it will get a little bit messy, and you can tell how tight this is. I do have the front seat pushed back because I was pulling the front factory seat cover back, so it's normally not this tight. But my driver's side, that is set to how I sit, so you can tell how much room I have back there. But down here, crumbs and everything will happen with these two back here. So having something that protects the middle is pretty nice. Now here is the passenger front seat with the factory Toyota floor mat, and you can see there the coverage is decent, but it's not good because this is like, you can tell already, like this is where my wife and other passengers step. So that's getting worn out a little bit, and it's not even winter yet. So once winter comes, we're in the middle of summer right now, that's gonna just get destroyed. And then my other pet peeve area is this crack right here. That crumbs, you can see a bunch of crumbs have fallen down in there. So this is not really catching a lot of it. So let's get this swapped out to the Lasfit one and show you guys what that looks like. On the back side of the Lasfit floor mats, we will see these kind of spikes. They act as cleats, kind of like shoes. So that really prevents the floor mat from sliding around, because a lot of times when people get in, they stick one foot in and then they kind of use that to kind of get in, and that it pushes the floor mat in towards that way, so it will prevent it from really sliding around as much. They still have the factory locks, so you can lock that in place, and that area is now fully protected. So during the snow, when there's a lot of slush in here and then it melts, that's going to protect it from all the snow and stuff. And then right back here as well, it protects underneath the seat, and then that crack is now fully protected. So when you sit in here, there's no dirt or crumbs or anything that's going to go in there. It's just going to go here, and then you can just brush it off to the side, or it'll just fall out on its own. But this here will slide forward to about there. That's usually how my wife sits. One of the things that I hate most about the Toyota all-weather floor mats are these ribs. They are raised, and they kind of just trap the dirt and grime in there, as you can see, which makes cleaning this thing a pain even with a pressure washer, you kind of have to let the soap sink in there, pressure wash it, and then you still have to kind of scrub it with a very small brush to get all that stuff out. Where these ones are pretty nice because you can see here, there's kind of a raised, it's not completely up and down. It's almost like at a 30 degree or so. So that way the towel gets up and over it pretty easily. You can see here, like getting my fingers in there to clean it would be easy compared to those ribs on the Toyota ones. And these ones are super easy just because they're almost basically flat up here. And then on the driver's side, this is the best piece in my opinion, besides the back seat. But we have full protection all the way to where your left foot normally rests, all the way up there, all the way on the side underneath the seat. We got the lock pins, and then all the way on where that crack normally is. So now this is fully protected. Now in the rear here, I have the factory mat placed on top of the Lasfit, just so you can see the size comparison. So it ends right there, so none of the center section is protected from the factory Toyota one, and then it doesn't extend all the way past here. So we'll get this guy out. Now you can see the whole hump is protected, comes down, goes under the seat, because a lot of the times the rear passenger foot will be underneath the seat, especially in a Tacoma because it's so small back here. If you aren't having a child as a passenger, having an adult passenger, of them having their feet down there, so that's protected from dirt, snow, whatever. And then all the way out here, so this crack is no longer there, so you don't want any crumbs and stuff down here. So pretty protected, even though, and even right here, which you can't really see because my camera doesn't really go back there, but there's a wall that goes up, so it creates a very nice barrier for everything in here. So you guys have seen the floor mats. There's one other thing I want to show in the bed. So back here we have a floor mat from Lasfit as well. So this is a rubberized, kind of rugged bed liner, and it just fits right over, and you can see underneath there it has like the same kind of ridges as the factory bed. So it basically goes over each one of those ridges or ribs, whatever you want to call it, and kind of nests right in there. And it fits extremely well. So you can see there it goes all the way to that corner, comes around the wheel well back here. And then I did make some slight modifications to it. I trimmed it just a little bit to fit around the bed stiffeners that I have on both sides. And they have these round parts here that kind of go over the factory ring and the factory bolt that attaches the bed itself to the frame underneath. So that's kind of cool. That protects everything. But if I really wanted to use that, I could just trim the circle out and then have that exposed, which is pretty nice. And being that it's kind of raised, it would make it pretty easy to trim. But I don't plan on using that because I have my bed stiffeners right here. I can use these to tie down whatever I'm putting in the bed. But being that this is a brand new truck, I don't want to scratch up the bed itself. Even though it's a truck, I know that I still want to keep it as nice as I can for as long as possible. So having this liner on here is nice to protect the bottom of it, especially because when I put things like this, being that this is rubberized, it doesn't slide around. So this is kind of like the factory material that's underneath the liner right now. And you can see how easy it is to slide around. So if you're driving, when you step on the gas, everything just slides to the back, and then when you brake, everything slides to the front, slams into that front section. But on here, it's rubberized, so it's a lot stiffer or harder to slide around, so you would really have to be stepping on it or braking pretty hard for it to slide around. So that's the other nice part about it. And I have a bunch of stuff back here, as you can see, so it does its job, protects it, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I honestly have never thought of putting a bed like liner back here in the bed, being that, you know, the truck's is a truck, you know, so don't really care about it. But being that this is a brand new truck and everything like that, we wanted to keep it pristine for as long as possible. So Lasfit liners. So overall, the Lasfit ones really are much better than the factory ones, as you can see. So Lasfit, we've actually been working with them for over 2 years now, and they make very good stuff. And we've made videos on some of their products in the past, but I don't believe we've ever made a video on their floor mats. And after seeing these, I should have made one a long time ago, but it's never too late. As you can see here, they make good stuff, very high coverage over the factory ones. And from their name, Lasfit, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Las is for laser fit, because they use 3D scanning technology to kind of scan the inside of the truck, so that way, you know, everything, all the crevices and all the curves and bends and bumps are kind of accounted for, so that way the floor mats mold to that versus just being a flat piece. So very cool stuff that they're doing, and it's very high quality, and you can see the coverage is very good, and these are going to be much better for all season instead of just the summer. I bought this a couple months ago, so luckily I haven't had this truck through the winter yet, because I hate getting water and mud into the carpet underneath, because it's really a pain to get that detailed and cleaned out. So I'm glad I have this in the truck now before the bad weather and snow comes. So I'm glad to have that. But if you guys wanted a set of these, I will put a link to their website. We are also a dealer for Lasfit, so we will have that on our website as well. So it doesn't matter where you get it, because they're good. So just get it and you won't regret it. But that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you guys are not already, and we'll see you guys next time.